Hey guys, welcome back to Pretentious Pundits, a podcast where we discuss all things football and pretend to know what we're talking about. As you can see, we're back with another preview episode. We're going to be previewing the EPL game week 7, which is on the horizon. Uh, I'm back with the lads. There's Yasser, there's Hari, and
What's up,
we'll be putting out the
guys?
UCL review up soon, probably on Sunday, but this has to go up before that. So, anyways, let's crack on with the first fixture. Wolves versus Crystal Palace. It's gonna be a very tight one and probably gonna already be played by the time we upload this video. So you're gonna hear a lot more about that
Yeah,
on our review episode. But regardless, Yasser, Wolves haven't been in the greatest of forms right now, and whereas their counterparts in this Crystal Palace have, they've been in a really great form compared to last season. And Wolves having the major dip in form. So who do you think is gonna come out victorious in this game?
Yeah, it's interesting because Crystal Palace and Wolves have the same number of points. They are
Uh huh.
eighth and ninth. Crystal Palace being eighth and Wolves being ninth. So yeah, Crystal Palace have been really good. I think on the counter they are brilliant. Zaha has been in great form as well. Last game he played really well. And talking about Wolves as well, they have to get those new players clicking again and starting to gel together because
Mm-hmm.
I think Semedo and they have to they I know that most of the players are Portuguese, but then they still have to get that connection going again.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a great really good fixture. I think Wolves will keep possession and Crystal Palace will try to hit them on the counter. But yeah, it'll be a really interesting
Let's
watch.
move on to the next fixture. Sheffield United versus Manchester City. Both teams struggling for form, but of course Sheffield being much the weaker side compared to Manchester City. Hari, how do you see this one panning out?
I see an easy win for Manchester City. This is the correct time, and this is the perfect and opportunity for them to pick the form in PL.
Yeah.
And compared to Manchester City, Sheffield is in very bad form. They have that second season syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, all the teams like they perform, and they always get it. So yeah, I see an easy win for Manchester City, but you never know. You never know since
Yeah.
both the teams are in like very bad form. So might come out as a draw, but I don't see Sheffield United win. So yeah, I see only a Manchester City win, not a Sheffield United win. If things go very, competitive, then a draw. That's it, nothing else.
I mean, probably a City win, easy City win is what I'm predicting. Regardless, next match sees one of our pundits' favorite team go up against Burnley, another team struggling for form this season, and could see this as an easy victory for Chelsea. But Yasser, what are your opinions on this game?
Yeah, Burnley haven't been that great this season. 5 games, they're 19th in the table. I think they have to pick up. I think they have 1 game in hand, so they have played
Right.
only 5 games compared to
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea 6.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, Chelsea look in great form. Coming into this, the last 3 games they have kept clean sheet, which is a huge achievement. I think as regards to the previous performances. But yeah, always going to Burnley. It's always a difficult fixture, because
Right.
we have been coming back from Russia as well. We went
Yeah.
to Krasnodar. So yeah, coming from there and then going to Burnley is not always a easy thing. Burnley with their physicality always will be an issue. But yeah, hopefully Chelsea can get the win and get things going in the Premier League as well because they have been decent in the Champions League. They have 4 points on the table, but yeah, hopefully Chelsea get things going, score some goals, and try to get the 3 points in this one.
Fair enough. The
Hmm.
next fixture is going to see mine and Hari's team, also Shawshik's, who's missing today. But regardless, our team
Yes.
hosting
Mm.
West Ham, a team that is performing beyond belief, beyond expectations. They've been really good, getting a few huge victories
Yes.
along the way, and also fighting back from relatively one-sided scorelines. But yeah,
Hmm.
Fabinho's probably not going to be playing this one, so I guess Liverpool are going to have to sort out their defensive woes. Reece Williams probably being their next go-to option, or Sepp Vandenberg. But
Yeah, that is the
yeah,
yeah
I guess youngsters need to show up for
step
this
up.
game. They need to step up. Yeah, exactly. They need to step up, and yeah, for this game, it's probably going to be the easiest opportunity West Ham have ever had to score against us. But the
Hmm.
recent blow, Mikhail Antonio getting that injury, probably out for
Hmm.
6 weeks, is what is being said in the rumor mill. but that would be a huge blow as
Mm,
Sebastian Haller has been a blank.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been firing blanks all over the pitch. So I guess that's one
Both
good
the
thing for
teams are like
Liverpool.
injury riddled right now.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
both the
West
teams are
Ham
like injury
relatively
issues right
luckier.
now.
West Ham relatively luckier in those aspects, but regardless, uh, we'll just
Yeah.
have to outscore our opposition.
Yes,
We'll just
yes.
have to outscore our opposition, and that's going to be the name of the game for Liverpool. As for West Ham, it's
Hmm.
probably going to be try and get that point if possible, because Anfield is obviously one of the toughest
Hmm.
grounds to visit. But yeah, it's going to be a really tough challenge for
But I
Liverpool as
see,
well.
I see Liverpool win though.
On to the next fixture, which is going to be played on the 1st of November against between Aston Villa and Southampton. And hurry, Aston Villa being given their first defeat of the Premier League season last game week at the hands of
Yeah,
Leeds
very
United,
happy.
and now hosting Southampton at home, a team that is relatively picking up form as compared to the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
How do you see this game going?
Mhm. I predict a draw. I predict a draw. This game gonna be one draw game because as you said, Southampton is picking up the form, and Aston Villa they are showing a little bit of decline.
Mhm.
Like when they were beating Liverpool like 7-2, it's not the same Aston Villa right now. They
Yeah.
got beaten by Leeds, that too at home, a
Mhm.
newly promoted Premier League team.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I see. Like a draw. A pretty like Danny Ings will obviously put one assist and goal. I think just for the FPL sake, and same from the Aston Villa players also.
Yeah.
I predict a draw. I predict a 2-2 draw. That's what I'm predicting.
2-2.
As I said earlier, like Aston Villa dropping form and Sheffield United picking up form. So this can be the draw game for them. Like both will share the points.
Uh-huh. And I
That's what
guess
I think.
that would be a great result for Southampton to come to Villa Park and go away with 1 point. And I guess this is the point where Aston Villa will be given a reality check that fixtures are going to be coming in fast and thick, and if they cannot adapt to it, then maybe it was just nothing but a really good start, and the season is probably going to end in a decline. Hopefully not, but probably going to be a very interesting game. Anyways, moving on to the next fixture, which sees Newcastle United host Everton, who have also been handed their first league defeat last game week. And yeah, it's probably going to be one of those games for Everton, who will be trying to prove a point after their defeat. That that's not going to set a tone for the rest of their season,
Yeah.
despite being beaten. And Newcastle United, who've been robbing teams senseless in the final minutes, sometimes with the assistance of shitty VR decisions and sometimes through their own creation. But yeah, I feel like Newcastle again haven't lived up to the hype despite spending so much in the transfer window, and probably gonna be an easy Everton victory. And
Yeah, but I think Rodriguez is out, Digne is out, even Richarlison. So they are really short-staffed in that area. But
yeah,
hopefully Everton can
but
come away with the win.
yeah, that's when players like
Yeah.
Sigurdsson, Bernard, and also the young players will come in to fill
They
that
should
gap.
step up.
Yeah, to fill that gap.
Hmm.
And I feel like even then Everton have a better quality in their side, considering that DCL is still available for squad
Definitely.
selection, and he's
Hmm.
been their top scorer in this season so far. So if Bernard can feed in those balls to DCL, I'm sorry, probably going to be a very different game for Everton and also for Newcastle United. But yeah, I feel like Everton should probably win this despite being really short-staffed, because they still have the quality to replace players who are injured. Maybe not as efficiently, but feel like going up against a side like Newcastle, they wouldn't need as much efficiency as they probably
Yeah, they
would.
can get the job done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can get the job done. At least come away with a draw.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next fixture, which we have pegged out to be the fixture of the game week. That is Manchester United versus Arsenal. And unluckily, Fawaz isn't here for this, but would love to hear his thoughts regardless. Again, this is one of those games where I feel like Man United should come away with an easy victory.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
it should
considering their
be.
form as well.
yeah, considering their form as well, and seeing
They
that
will-
Arsenal are in poor form, if I may say so myself, struggling to get easy victories. But again, regardless, games that should be victory aren't coming to them that easy.
Yes.
So yeah, Man United probably should win this, and considering that they don't have any major injury blows,
Hmm.
Yeah, I think Martial, he's
Yeah.
suspended, so that's
Martial
one.
suspended, but apart from that, I don't see any. They still have the quality in their squad to replace Martial. And
Yes,
I
they
think
do.
the bigger talking point being the rest or the training time that each of these teams have gotten, considering that Arsenal have played the game later than Man United since they are in the
Yeah.
Europa League. But I guess Arsenal will again have to try
Hmm.
and deal with this, the short period of recovery, and
Yeah.
will have to put up a great performance if
Hmm.
they, want to come away with even a point in this fixture.
Yeah, Arsenal, I think they won 3-0 against
Yeah.
Dundalk
Yeah,
in the Europa League. So that's a good result for them considering they
Hmm.
lost against Leicester 1-0 in the previous game week. But yeah, United look in great form. 5-0 against Leipzig is no small feat.
no small feat at all.
Exactly.
Yes,
And,
not a small thing.
I think Tellez is injured, but Shaw will do the job for them, I think. It's going to be
Yeah.
a really interesting game. What kind of lineup
Mhm.
Arteta comes out with and what
Yeah.
Solskjaer does as well.
Yeah, I
Gonna
feel
be
like if
Hmm.
Shaw brings his A game
Because
and
both the
stays away
teams
from
are
Maguire,
motivated.
yeah, I feel like if Shaw brings his A game and stays away from Maguire for the duration of the game, can probably get the job done.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, swiftly moving on to the next fixture, Tottenham versus
Yes.
Brighton Hove Albion, and I just see one winner in this game. I'm pretty sure so does everybody else.
First.
Tottenham Hotspur. Son and Harry Kane probably gonna link
Yeah.
up again. If they do, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm just gonna lose my mind.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
It's going to
Tottenham
be a
lost.
win-win for F.
Against Burnley as well, Son, I think there was a clip which Son asked Kane again, like, did you get the assist? And he said yes. And they were so happy together.
I know.
Another goal for them, another goal contribution for both of them.
Yeah.
It's crazy how good they have been this season.
You reckon they're gonna beat Drogba and Lampard's record?
Yeah, definitely. I think this season itself, because they're getting so many
Yeah.
goals, but Tottenham lost their game against in the Europa League
Yeah, 1-0.
versus I think Royal Antwerp. Yeah.
Antwerp, yeah. They have never won in Belgium, I think. That is another thing too.
Yeah, Mourinho looked animated
So-
after the full time. He
I
said that
mean,
Mhm.
this is why he
Mourinho's-
doesn't pick a few players.
yeah. I think that that was probably a very controversial statement, and it's got a lot of people wondering whom he's talking about exactly. I'm looking at Dele Alli in particular, but
Yeah.
Mourinho's recently had an
This season.
Instagram account made, a
Oh.
gift that keeps giving. Is what I would like to describe.
Oh.
Please go
It's
follow
so good.
Jose Mourinho's Instagram. It's insane, guys. It's probably the best thing to happen to football.
No,
since
it portrays
the
him
lockdown.
perfectly.
It does.
He's just putting it out. He doesn't cover anything up. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't. He just puts it out there.
Mhm. And Brighton
That's
again.
that's the best part about Jose.
Yeah.
He never covers anything.
Yeah, and Brighton yet again, struggling for form, despite having such a great lineup. I mean, the partnership, the link-ups between Trossard, Solimarch, Mope, and Bissouma, it looks like a very deadly combination. And Tariq Lamptey in the form of his life.
Yeah, he's
but
been brilliant.
And still
Yeah,
they're
sure.
struggling, because on paper this team looks very, very strong, and I peg them to be the underdogs in every match they play, because
Yeah,
I love
Because-
everything I've seen so far from them.
they don't seem to get the results, but the performances in those games. I think United, the one in particular,
Exactly.
was brilliant. But they are 16 the table with
Yeah.
5 points, so they have to pick things up.
Yeah.
Like this would be a good game to get a result, but
Yeah, if they
Tottenham-
don't want to get relegated.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the next fixture sees Fulham hosting West Brom, and this is probably one of those fixtures where if you want to stay in the Premier League, you better come away with a result in this one, because Fulham being
Yes.
really close to West Brom in the table, and feel like the target for West Brom will be to build on that point gap, and the target for Fulham would be to
Mhm.
capitalize on this opportunity and get as close to possible, maybe even overtake West Brom. And
Yeah.
it all depends on how well these two managers decide to set up their squad, and I feel like this could go either way, but a draw would probably be the worst result for both teams, because
Yeah.
they have such lofty ambitions,
Yes.
and none of it is coming to the forefront right now because of the way they're performing. So yeah, probably gonna be a draw still, despite so much on the line. Probably still gonna be a draw,
Mhm.
but this could see a very early set in the tone for the relegation battle, because
Yeah.
these are the kind of fixtures that relegation ridden teams need to win, the ones that they where they host or where they play against their most immediate neighbors in the table. These are the kind of fixtures that you need to
Hmm.
capitalize on. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, but I feel like it's going to end in a draw. So anyways,
I feel West Brom will win.
West Brom, you reckon?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I don't
reckon.
know
I
this
think
game.
so.
Whoever comes out on top, gets a huge result for them.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a draw regardless because again, Fulham have been very very wasteful. So yeah. Leeds
Hmm.
United versus Leicester City being the final game of the game week 7, and it's going to be a very interesting one, guys. Leeds having a very Leeds
It's a
and Leicester both
potential.
having a very shaky form. Goes it they play well
Yeah.
sometimes and then they dip sometimes. So I guess this is going to be one of those where
Yeah.
whoever gets the first goal dictates the tempo of the game.
Yes.
This match is having a potential for match of the week if the Arsenal Manchester United match goes haywire. And since series that both the teams they're showing very shaky form. But yeah, again I predict this match to be a draw, 1-1 draw or a 2-2 draw.
Oh
Like
Yeah, I
Bamford
feel
scoring some goals or
yeah, exactly.
maybe.
Leeds. I think both teams have been in decent form. As of late. Leeds, winning 3-0, and then Leicester winning 1-0 against Arsenal. So coming to the game, Leeds have a few injury issues with Calvin Phillips and Liam Cooper, their captain,
Yeah.
out as well.
Yeah.
But Leicester, the NDD, Amati, and Soyuncu missing out. But then they looked really decent. Vardy's back, so
Yeah.
it can go either way. I think Leeds they run so much, they work so hard. I think they have covered the most kilometers. It's insane of how hardworking
They
they are.
do. And this is probably the Marcelo Bielsa tactics.
Yeah.
This is a part of his footballing philosophy. And in their documentary, it's rightly shown that when you play the way Leeds do, you are bound to sustain some injuries. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what's happening. If you put so much
Yeah.
into it, you're probably your body is probably not going to be able to sustain the pressure for that long. But yeah,
Yeah.
regardless,
I have to say one thing about
Hmm.
Leeds. They say that their training sessions are harder than the games. That says a lot. It says murder. It's called murder ball for them. Every
Yeah.
Wednesday or something, they just give everything in, and then they say that their games are so easy because they work so hard in the
Right.
training.
Right, yeah.
training
Yeah.
sessions.
Yeah, I mean, Marcelo Bielsa's training shenanigans have been the talk of the town pretty much ever since he's taken over, and it's not hard to believe that many of the Leeds players feel the way they do, like Yasser told us. But anyways, guys, that's all the fixtures. Circling back to the fixture of the game week, Manchester United versus Arsenal, guys. Scoreline predictions, please. Hurry, go ahead. What are your scoreline predictions for this one?
2-1. 2-1 victory for Manchester United.
I could see that happening. Fair enough. What about you, Yasser?
Yeah, this is a really difficult one. I'm going 3-1 for United.
Damn, that's also very possible. Also
See,
very
that's
what
all
about you,
hate
Suresh?
for Arsenal
Suresh?
from a Chelsea fan.
fair enough.
Not really, Arsenal don't look in great form
Yeah.
in the Premier League.
Mhm.
Yeah, Suresh, what do you think what do you think the scoreline is going to be?
And I'm probably gonna agree with Yasser and go for a 3-1. I
Yeah,
do
exactly.
see
So
this being a 3-1.
all three United wins.
Yeah, let's see.
All three
Let's
of
see
us
how
have
it
pegged
goes.
United to win. Regardless,
Yeah.
guys, please let us know your predictions down in the comments. And also for any other fixture, just regardless of the fixture, please let us know the scoreline predictions that you have come up with so far for any of these fixtures. And any of you that get it right are probably going to get a shout out in our next episode. We're going to be featuring your comments in our videos. So yeah, get commenting. And that's it from us for this episode, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. And we'll be back soon with the review episode of the EPL Game Week 7. And stay tuned because we're going to be putting up the UCL review of game match day 2 on Instagram pretty soon, or YouTube even. So please make sure to follow our Instagram as well, @PretentiousPundits, and subscribe to our channel down below. Leave a like on this video, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time we upload. And yeah, thanks a lot for all your support, guys. It's been really overwhelming. We appreciate it. See you in the next one. Take care, guys.